All right, let's talk about crisis management. So, as a team leader and as a manager, you will have a lot of people come to you with crises that they want you to go put out, these fires that they want you to go put out. So, I want to go through a couple steps that I go do when somebody comes to me with a problem to help solve those problems. So, the first step is I go look at whether this is quadrant one, important and urgent, or quadrant two, important but not urgent, or is quadrant 3 or 4, not really important at all. And a lot of the times people come to me with quadrant 2 things, especially on the doors when they start thinking, they start trying to go solve these problems. If it's not helping them get a sale, then it's not quadrant 1 when they're on the doors. So between 1 o'clock and dark, unless it's about them getting sales, it should not be quadrant 1. That is quadrant 2. So if they're trying to go figure out how to get their AC fixed before they get back home, then that is quadrant 2, right? They should have done it earlier. It'll be quadrant 2 tomorrow morning, so they can go get it fixed tomorrow morning so that it works tomorrow night. But it sucks. They're stuck in that situation. So I go separate those two and help them refocus on sales. And then if it is quadrant 1, and we're like, okay, cool, it's quadrant 1, then everything is on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's say 10 is their wife's water just burst and he needs to go to the hospital immediately. That is a quadrant, that's 10, right? It's urgent, very important. He needs to go get that done. Versus 1 to 3, maybe somebody forgot their iPad at the apartment. 1 to 3, in reality, they can go figure it out themselves. They can go do it with their phone, whatever the situation is. Now that you've kind of looked at those, I want you to look at what is the sales rep's perception of it or the team leader's perception of it versus what it really should be, which is if somebody comes to you with a massive problem of whatever it is that they're blowing up, they're like, oh, this person doesn't have food and he's really stressed and his mom just called and doesn't want him to be doing sales and this and this and that and he's blowing it up, then if he's treating it as a 10, yes, all those things are important. His mom doesn't want him to be doing sales. His girlfriend just broke up with him and he forgot food and so now he's going to be hangry all day on the doors, things like that. Yeah, those are kind of stacking up. This is something that if the guy's thinking about going back to the apartments, it's something that's more urgent, right? You need to go solve that. Is it quite a 10, like his wife's water just burst? Probably not. And so your goal is to say, okay, this is important. This is like a 6 or a 7. So let's go bring this down a little bit. Let's go chill it out. And this is the same with your paraverbals and your body language of, all right, it's all right. That is a bunch of things. That kind of sucks. Let's go figure it out. Now, let's say that same situation. Hey, this guy's complaining about his roommate, and he said that he's probably going to quit. Like if his roommate keeps doing this and that, and he's really hating it out here, and everybody keeps complaining about how negative he is, and it's probably not a big deal. I think everybody will get used to it, but yeah, I don't think he's really knocking, and I just overheard him talk to somebody else about going to McDonald's with him during the day. It's not. I think that it'll be okay. We'll get it figured out. I just want to keep you in the loop. I would say that is a little bit more urgent, right? So he's treating it as though it's like a 2 or 3. And he's like, no, dude, we gotta go shut this down now. This is week 1. We gotta go figure this out and make sure that he's actually working. Otherwise, if he's not working the schedule today, he's going home. There's not really a scenario where he's going to go finish, right? And sorry, this is all hypothetical, but it's go take whatever their crisis is and bring it down to what it should be or bring it up to what it should be. Because there are multiple situations where they go and they're like, oh, this isn't really a big deal. It's like, no, that is a really big deal. Or other situations where it's like, dang, this is my life is ending. This is exhausting. I'm stressed as can be. And he's like, oh no, you're good. This is just pest control, bro. You're good. And so bring that down. And then the third one is you don't have to go solve everybody's problems. That is the secret to leadership, is go help them solve it. They're like, hey, I really need this and this and this. Would you, they ask for certain things. Would you pay for this? Would you buy this? Or would you do this or this? You don't have to go do that. And sometimes they're not even asking for that. So don't feel like you have to go solve everybody's problems. help them solve their problems, help them be autonomous. I'm not saying don't ever solve their problems. I'm saying that you don't always need to go solve people's problems. They can go solve it themselves. So hopefully this is helpful. Biggest thing is when you are trying to manage crises, it is go evaluate what quadrant it's actually in so that you're spending the right time on the right things. And then 2, evaluate, make sure that their perception of the crises and the importance and the urgency of that is equal to what it actually should be. And then 3 is either solve the problem for them or help them go solve the problem themselves. So that it's either a coaching moment or it's I need to go get involved and I need to go solve this. And that'll be all summer long and you'll get really good at this. And it is just the better you can go diagnose and ask good quality questions, then the easier this whole process will become so that you can go hit all those different steps all along the way. And sometimes your questions will help defuse situations and sometimes your questions will help them understand how urgent something actually is.